Alright, babies, listen up. I know it's hard for us all to believe, but check this out. Diddy is in even more trouble as an official leak has got everybody talking more than they already was. Now, P. Diddy incriminates himself in it, and this could be career-ending for the man.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage whenever I want to get! Whenever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it.
Stephen A. Smith gives a thorough breakdown of the leak and how it damages Diddy's image. Now, all his previous denials have been shattered by this one single leak. It's like peeing on an electric fence, it's so bad.
As promised, let's get to the Sean P. Diddy Combs, who's not having a good week, to say the least. Last Friday, CNN released an exclusive video of Diddy viciously beating then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a Los Angeles hotel, Intercontinental Hotel to be exact, on Avenue of the Stars that is now closed. The video sent shockwaves throughout the world, which led to Diddy issuing there's no other way to put it, it was a weak-ass apology, on Sunday afternoon. And then yesterday, a new lawsuit was filed against the music mogul by Crystal McKinney, a model and former winner of the MTV show Model Mission. McKinney alleges in the suit that Diddy drugged her and sexually assaulted her at his recording studio in 2003. The suit goes on to say the music mogul, then 34, forced McKinney, who was 22 at the time, to perform oral sex. So that was the lawsuit. Now, there's even more bad news for Diddy. Late yesterday, and I would say this is really, really bad. Late yesterday, it was revealed that Curtis Jackson, you know him, 50 Cent, remember him? Reportedly has sold a docuseries on Diddy to Netflix, the largest streaming platform in the industry with nearly 270 million global subscribers. 50 has been promoting the docuseries and trolling Diddy incessantly on social media the last few months. Well, the docuseries will soon have a home on Netflix following a massive bidding war. Diddy's music has also been dropped now by Peloton. They want nothing to do with him. They won't be the only ones. There's no one that's doing business with Diddy that will continue to do so after that video came out. I know that some people have been of the mindset, and that's something that I will get into in a few minutes, about kicking the man while he's down. Ladies and gentlemen, to those people, I would say Diddy wasn't the one that was down on that hotel lobby floor, or that hotel floor. Nor was he the one being kicked. He was the one standing doing the kicking. Think about what you're saying. See, we have to get to that. We have to understand that in situations like this, it ain't about Diddy. It's about his actions. And the collateral damage it inflicted upon others. Cassie Ventura specifically. And those who are not guilty of such things, but have been associated with him in some capacity for years in such a manner that would make other people raise their eyebrow at those individuals because one would assume they must have known what was going on. Now, that doesn't mean they do or that they did. What it does mean is that when you have somebody caught red-handed committing such a vile, disgusting act, the people who are around them are going to be called into question as it pertains to what they knew, what they must have seen, what they must have heard, and what effort, if any at all, did they exercise to do something about it. That's the world we're living in. It ain't no turning back from that. Ryan Clark, my colleague at ESPN, went on his podcast, The Pivot, and called P. Diddy a bitch. I'm quoting. That's what he said. I didn't say that. He said that. I watched The Breakfast Club and Charlamagne the God, and Charlamagne's like, nah, man, he was 46 years old. Stop giving him a pass. He knew what he was doing. While, Jessica and DJ Envy were like, he needs help. Not that they were giving him a pass, because they certainly weren't. You got former bodyguards or whatever, being interviewed by Piers Morgan, and they're talking about, no, there were incidents with him and his ex, Kim Porter, who's now deceased. You got people wondering what happened to Biggie. You got people wondering what really, really happened to Kim Porter. And then you got stars all over the place who will remain nameless, who were constantly seen in the presence of P. Diddy. You can't put an APB out for them right now. They can't be found. And people are wondering why about them, when it's in all likelihood, they're completely innocent of anything anybody might be thinking. But because of their association with him, that's what it is. And then you have folks looking at all the things that have transpired. And what's conspicuous, what's flagrant in everybody's eyes is you hear no one speaking up on his behalf. Before the video came out. So if they didn't speak up on his behalf before the video came out, you know what the next question is? Why? Did you know what was in the video? Did you know a video exists? Did you know what was happening? That's what people are thinking. I believe in second chances. I believe we all make mistakes. My biggest caveat, or I should say my biggest issue with Diddy, is that what he specifically apologized for is what he specifically lied about in testimony this past December, claiming that it was her and others trying to seek a payday. Nobody's going to believe a single word he's saying. And I think it was TMZ or somebody that saw him out with somebody else going for a walk, and he was coming back to his spot, and he just waved off the camera. You don't want to be seen on camera if you P. Diddy, don't go out in public. Because camera's going to roll everywhere he goes from now on. He might as well pull a Russell Simmons and leave the country. Seriously. Ain't no peace for him this way. I'm talking about in this country. Right now, it's bad. He might have his money, but that wasn't what P. Diddy was about. P. Diddy was about that cachet, that imagery. The fact that he rolled up. I mean, you saw the way he dressed. You saw the way he flossed. You know the parties. I know the parties he's thrown, all of that other stuff. Come on, y'all. He can't do that now. Hell with throwing a party. He can't go to a party. They'd stop the party if he showed up. That's how bad it is. I'm not joking about it. I'm not maligning him. I'm not insulting him or anything like that. I'm saying that's how bad it is. That's a fact. And we can't ignore that, no matter how hard we try. The problem is, we try to ignore it.
Now, Gene Deal ain't surprised by these revelations. Now, he claimed that Diddy slapped his own mom and assaulted Kim, so it ain't no shock that Cassie was no exception.
Bruh, Kirk Burrows, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother. Kirk Burrows even said it on somebody's platform that he smacked his mother. It may have been your platform that he said that. I remember we was in the car. It was me, Puff, and his mother got in the car with us. And we was in the limousine. We was on, was it 20 West 19th Street or 5 West 19th Street? That was the first bad boy office when they came into Manhattan. Not the Scarsdale shit. I'm talking when they got the first official bad boy office in Manhattan. Yo. His mother got in the car. He was on the phone talking about somebody or something. And then he said to his mother, yo, didn't I tell you to stay out my MF business? Yo, I want to snatch the fucking shadow off him. I said, but who you talking to? I said, if you ever talk to your mother like that again, around me, I'm going to beat the shit out you. Now, people don't know and people don't understand. Not only was I one of the leaders of the same gang, I had been around Puff and I seen him. Like, when the kids ran him down the block the whole 9 yards. Me and Puff had been dealing with each other from the red zone to the building when they had unsigned hype and all that. So, y'all thinking that, oh, this is his bodyguard and everything like that. Y'all call them OGs, y'all call them lieutenants and everything like that. I was one of the leaders of the same gang at the time. And I'm not going to let him, as a man and as a person that I am, disrespect his mama. I said, boy, if you ever talk to your mama like that again around me, I'm going to beat the shit out you. But Gene, I told her to stay out of business. Let me just say this to you right now. If she wasn't for her, you wouldn't have no business. And Miss Combs sit there and quiet as a church mouse. And he ain't say nothing. He ain't say a word. Because he knew I was serious. I wasn't playing with him. Now, I said this before on your channel. Any man that put his hands on his mother or disrespect his mother, an ice cube in hell wouldn't last. On the way he feel about a damn woman. He'll quick to put his hands on a woman like that if he do his own mama.
And you said that Kirk Burrows, because I remember I did an interview with him, man, and he a good dude, man. He definitely don't come across like a liar. But you said that he told you personally that he seen Diddy smack his own mom.
I could believe that. I could believe Kirk Burrows. I could believe it. I believe Kirk Burrows when he said that. Kirk has no reason to lie on Diddy, when in fact, he lied for Diddy. And went to jail for Diddy. But that's what happens when you love somebody.
What you mean he went to jail for him? I never heard that before. He went to jail for Diddy?
The federal government was looking for information. Yo, bro, they've been looking for stuff on Puff for a long time. And Kirk Burrows was hiding documents and ledgers and all this other stuff. And he got caught trying to take him out of his house. And they ended up getting all the stuff anyway. So, you know, he was trying to evade whatever they wanted or whatever they was trying to do.
One odd detail in the Diddy and Cassie saga is the location, the Intercontinental Hotel. While it is a 4-star hotel, it ain't the kind of place you'd expect a billionaire like Diddy to be staying at. It seems like he might have had a connection with the security team there, allowing him to seize footage multiple times.
I asked this question almost rhetorically, but I'll ask it anyway. When did it become so cool to watch people brutalized and violently attacked
and hurt and sometimes maimed and not say anything? When did it become cool to say that you love people that look like you, that you respect people who look like you, that you have a great affinity for people that look like you, but when they need you, you say nothing? When did it be cool to do that? When did it be cool to say how much we love our communities, but say nothing when something happens? When did it become cool to watch people hurt? When did it become cool to watch people take advantage of somebody? When did that become cool? When did that become the standard to say where you were and what kind of person you are? When did it become a trademark, a testament to your street career that you can say and see something like that and see some of the things that go on and don't say anything about it? What does it mean? And every time, the thing that bothers me the most is almost every time something like this happens, there'll always be somebody who sideways defends it. Then when they can't, they will make a half-hearted apology and then tell you things like, and obviously there have been people that have been accused and haven't been found and it's been borne out to be innocent. But there have been a lot of people who wasn't. When did it become cool to equivocate? When did it become cool to dance between the lines, to nuance things that you know are wrong? Would it be cool to you if the same thing that was happening to that woman, young woman, happened to somebody you loved? Would it be cool to you if the same thing that happened to Megan Thee Stallion happened to somebody you love? Would that be cool? Because we can't have a situation where things only matter if there's somebody you think is worthy of your empathy and sympathy. If it's somebody you can relate to. I've liked a great many people who have done things that I can no longer abide and I can't associate with them anymore. A great many people. But I think it depends on how we look at the people who've been brutalized and how we look at the people who are doing the brutalizing. What level of space we will give them. And what level of empathy, conversely, we'll give somebody else. When did it become cool to not see something and say something and do something? But when did that become cool? I just don't understand when this mechanism got switched in some people's heads that it's only if somebody's worthy of my attention, if they're worthy of my respect, if they're worthy of my sympathy. People just can't be human. They have to look a certain way or do a certain thing or be from somewhere. When I was a little boy, I remember growing up in my neighborhood and I only imagined, and I was very young, and I only loved and respected the people in proximity to me. What a small world that was. What a small myopic mind that was. But when you grow up, you do better. When you know better, you do better. We know that these things are wrong. We know them. There's no need for nuances. There's no need for equivocation. There's no need for, you never know. You saw what you saw, and inside that id that you still have, that conscience you still have, knows that it's wrong. We were all born with something in us innately that told us what was right and what was wrong. And we shouldn't let anybody, anything, or any situation silence that, particularly when we need it the most.